Hello everyone, this is Avinav Chandra. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So we have started a new series in which we are dealing with some of the previous year questions, coding questions asked in the TCS interviews and the NQT examination. One of those question is right now here. So it says calculate sum of the elements of the array. So we are given an array of n elements and we have to output the total sum of the all the elements inside the array. So for example, we have given this array and we have to output the sum of all the elements inside it. So that will be 45. So I have already defined a function sum of elements and it is taking an argument array. I have passed the array inside the function. So first we will require a variable which will hold the sum of all the elements inside it. So we will name it simple. We have to initialize this variable, so I am going to initialize it with 0. Now we have to loop through all the elements of the array. So for that we are going to use for loop. This loop will iterate through all the elements in the array and store those elements into I iteratively. So what we can do is we can add this value of I in the sum variable. So sum is equals to sum plus I. We will add the element of the array stored in I to the sum which was initially 0 and store it into sum itself. So now the sum variable will become the previously the sum, what the sum value was plus the element. So we are going to do this, and when the loop completes we are going to return the sum. So let's erase the past. Let's run this code. We have got the answer 45. This is the second question and it is very frequently asked question in the examination. So it is also very easy. The question is asking us to find the average or mean of all the elements in an array. So again we are given an array and we have to find the mean value of it. Mean or average is basically the sum of all the elements divided by the number of elements. So we have already find the sum of elements which was s, and we now have to find the number of elements present inside the array. So we can do n is equals to length of array, and we can we can create a variable average is equals to s is holding sum divided by n is holding the length of the array. So average will become s by n, and we are going to return average. But the problem is here uh, we are using too many variables. So whenever we create a variable, we are utilizing memory. The space complexity will be higher of this for this question, because we are utilizing one n variable, one sum variable which is s, and one average variable. What we can do is, where we are using average, we can replace this directly by s by n. So we can replace average with s by n. So we have reduced one variable. Now look closely. There is one more variable we can replace, n. N basically means length of the array. So we can do what? We can erase the n and replace it, and we can do this. s divided by length of array. Now the space complexity of the program is much less. Let's run this code. We have got the answer 4.5. So now the third question is we are asked to find the median of the given array. What median means? Middle value of the array. But how can we find the middle value of an array? If the length of the array is in odd numbers, for example, if array is like 1, 2, 3, so we can easily get the middle value, which is 2. But what if the length of the array is in even number? We have added 4 also. Then we can't find a middle value because middle value does not exist. So what we are supposed to do in this case, we have to suppose to choose the middle two values, which is 2 and 3 here, and take the average of this. So that will become 2 plus 3 divided by 2. I mean in brackets, of course. 3 plus 2, 5 divided by 2, 2.5. This will be the median of this. So we have to implement this one. So we'll start from the example is very long. Wait, the example is very long. We'll erase some of the elements. Now it has become 6 elements array. Okay. Firstly, we are going to check if the length of the array is in even or odd. So for that, we can use if statement. If we can create a variable because we are going to use the length property again and again and again. So it is better to create a variable. We are storing the length of the array in the variable L, and we are going to check if the L is even or odd. If L percentage 2 equals to 0. What it is saying is if if we are going to divide L by 2, then the remainder should be 0. That will make it an even even case, okay? Or else it will be an odd case. So for the odd case, it will be very easy. We have to just output the middle element of the array. So let's write code for that. Median is equals to the element of array at index length divided by 2. So why are we using 2 slash? We are using 2 slash to counter any point values. So we can't use floating value to get in place of the index. So let's suppose we have an array of 1, 2, 3. It is an odd sized array. So its middle part will be 2. But if we are going to divide, or let's say 3 elements are there, if we have to divide 3 divided by 2, that will give us 1.5. So we cannot access any element at place 1.5 at index 1.5. So that's why we are going to use double slash so that the output will be only 1. 1 will be at 0th index and 2 will be at 1 index. So it will be returning the correct one. So now this part is correct. We have solved for the odd length of array. Now we have to solve for the even length. For that, median is equals to, we have to still find the middle part of the array. So let's just write the code and see what happens. So what we are accessing right now, 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4, we have 4 elements. So now this statement will mean we are accessing 4 divided by 2, means 4 divided by 2, that will give us 2. That means we are accessing the element at index 2. What is at index 2? At index 0 we have 1, at index 1 we have 2, and at index 2 we have 3. So we are accessing 3, but we have to access 2 also, okay? So we have already accessed 3. We are going to add it to, what we have done is, we have, we already have accessed 3. Now we have to access 2. Now in place of L we will write 4, because 4 is the length of this array. 4 4 slash double slash by 2, that will mean 2. 2 minus 1, that will mean we are accessing the element at index 1. At index 1 what is there? 2. So we have successfully accessed 2 as well as 3. Now we have to find the average of this. So for average we are just going to divide the sum of those two elements by 2. So that's it. We have got the answer for the even part. Now we have to only return the median and erase this pass. Let's run the code and hope for the best. So we have got 2.5. So we are getting 2.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 3 plus 2 is, okay, so answer is correct. The expected answer was 2.5, because 3 plus 2, because this array is of even size, so it will use the middle two elements and make an average out of it. So it will be 3 plus 2 divided by 2, that means 2.5. So we got the answer. Now if we want to decrease one more element, now this has become an odd length array. 1 2 3 4 5, this has become an odd length array and the middle part is 3. So let's run it for the odd length. We got the 3 answer. So it is running for both the cases. This is the code, easy and simple. You can replace all the L in this code with length of array, but I will not advise that. It will make your code very clumsy. That's it for today.